Hi everybody, this is Frank from Victory Sports Technologies, maker of the ERNE, the world's best pickleball training machine. What we're going to do today is show you how to remove ERNE's case for routine maintenance. It's very simple, and we really only need two tools. We need a 5mm hex wrench and a 3mm hex wrench. And the first step in the process is to remove ERNE's case. Put it off to the side. There's 6 bolts around the exterior, and there's 4 in the handle. You want to remove the handle bolts first. We're going to need the 5mm hex wrench to remove these 4 bolts. What you do is once you remove all the bolts in the handle, just take the handle off and put it off to the side. Now that you've removed the handle, you're ready to remove the rest of the case. You need the 3mm hex wrench, and you're going to remove 6 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and 2 on the side. Very simple. Just take the 3mm hex wrench and loosen them up. Once you have all 6 bolts removed, put them all in a spot where you'll remember where they are, and you want to remove ERNE's case. Now keep in mind, there's still wiring that's connected, so don't just yank it off and be rough with it. Just take it off gently, place it back on its back this way, and there you go. Now you're inside of ERNE.
All right, so now we're going to replace ERNE's battery. First thing you want to do is make sure the machine is turned off. Kind of a critical step. Otherwise, you could shock the board and hurt ERNE. So please make sure the power is turned off. Then you'll need the 4mm hex wrench. You get one in the bag with ERNE, but I have a little bit of a longer one here, just a little easier for me to use. Then we're going to remove the 2 bolts, which are right behind the electrical panel. Put them off to the side. Once the bolts are removed, just loosen the battery, let it slide back a little bit, and then we're going to disconnect it. There are 2 plugs that need to be disconnected. The one is the red and black wires. Grab it right in the middle and just sort of jockey it back and forth until they come apart. And the last is a barrel plug, which is used to charge things. So you just pull those apart. Now the battery's disconnected. So we'll move these wires out of the way. And now we'll pull the battery out. And now the battery's been removed. We'll take the bracket off. Put the battery off to the side. Take your new battery. Put the bracket on the new battery. Just like that, it slides in. You'll see on the bottom a little cup, a little angle, and a place down in the bottom that angle fits into. So just slide that in there like that, line up the bolt holes, and replace the bolts. All right, so the battery's back in place. I put the bolts in, tighten them up nice. Now it's time to connect the battery. Again, the 2 plugs that we disconnected from the last battery will connect up. They can only go in one way, and so it's pretty easy to connect them. Push them together. That's connected. Now the barrel plug. Now ERNE is ready to go. The battery is connected. You can turn it on to make sure. And as you can see, the battery looks pretty good. If you connect with the app, you'll be able to check exactly how much power this battery has. Likely you're going to have to charge it. Again, the battery's probably been sitting for a long time. So I'd suggest you let it charge for 8 or 10 or 12 hours the first time.
Now what we're gonna do is put ERNE back together. You're gonna place the cover back on like this, making sure the plastic piece goes around the chute. You're gonna go back and you're gonna find your 6 bolts. We recommend that you start replacing them in the back. On the back 2, get your 3mm hex wrench, replace the 2 in the back. Then what you're gonna do, after you have the 6 on, come back to the handle. You've got your bolts that you removed from the handle. Now each of these bolts has both a lock washer and a regular washer. Please put the lock washer on first, then the regular washer, and then put them back through the handle, and you'll see exactly where they line up on ERNE, and that's how you put the handle. So once again, you put the 6 bolts back in the exterior, starting in the back, lock washer onto the bolt, the washer onto the bolt, and then the 4 into the handle, and put the handle back onto ERNE.